Today we're going to make grilled adobo chicken skewers. First of all, we need to marinate the chicken. The best thing to do is to do this the night before, as it'll get the flavour right into them and they'll be much nicer the next day. If you don't have the time, 2 or 3 hours is fine. So we've got some dried oregano, we add the cumin, then we add some crushed garlic, and about 3 or 4 teaspoons of this lovely Spanish sweet paprika. They love paprika in Spain. It's in almost everything. There's 3 or 4 different varieties, so you've got sweet, you've got smoked, you've got hot, but today we're just going to use the sweet one. And we're just going to add these sliced chicken thighs into the marinade. And just give it a good stir, making sure it's all coated. You want to get that flavour into everything. You can put a little pinch of salt in there, just to help it. So we're just going to stir it nicely, coating it with all the spices before we put some olive oil in there. If we put the olive oil in there too early, it'll coat the chicken and it'll stop the flavour from penetrating. So we'll just make sure it's all nicely coated. And that seems to be all well coated there. I'll just put that aside. We're just going to give it a nice little glug of oil, and then we'll just continue stirring it so it's all nice and loose. We might throw just another dash. Right, now that's all nice and coated, we're going to just wrap it up with some cling film and put it in the fridge overnight. Before we take the chicken out of the fridge that's been marinating overnight, I'm just going to cut up some of these lovely fire roasted, always fresh peppers. We're going to cut them up into little cubes so that we can thread them on just between the pieces of chicken. And they add a really nice different dimension which really complements the smoked sweet paprika. I'll just cut that open. If there's any seeds in there, just scrape them away. I'm just going to chop them up into pieces like this. And we'll just do one more. Just slice it down the middle, open it up, check for the seeds, and just give it just nice big chunks. There we go, ready to go. So we've taken the chicken out of the fridge, it's lovely marinated now, and then we're going to start doing the skewers. I've got here some pre-soaked bamboo skewers. You can use metal ones if you like, but today we're going to use these, but it's just important to soak them for a while beforehand just so they don't burn, whether you're using the barbecue or on a grill pan. So first of all, we're just going to take one piece of chicken. They're cut in nice little strips, so we'll just thread it through the end here, and then we'll just curl them over a bit, like that. And then we'll take a pepper and just do the same. And just keep following that until you fill your skewer up. I mean, if you want to use these as little canapes or something, you can just do one piece with one pepper. But these are for a bit more substantial, so we're just going to put a few layers on there. There you go. There's one. We'll just do one more. If they're a bit tight, like I've done here, you can just loosen them up a bit just by pressing them down. It just helps with the cooking, doesn't? They'll cook a bit more evenly. I'll just grab one more. All right, just one more pepper, one more piece of chicken, and we're ready to go. Now they're all skewered and the pan's nice and hot, we're just going to place them in, and there you go, listen to that sizzle. Okay, you can just start to smell that paprika, nice and sweet and smoky. And there you go. I just need a couple of turns and they'll be ready to go. But while we're waiting for this, we'll go on and make up the salad. So what we've got here, we've got some nice peppery rocket, some sliced cucumber that's had the seeds taken out, some of these lovely, always fresh sun-dried tomatoes. Sprinkle those in. A bit of chopped parsley. Some lovely soft fresh goat's curd. Be careful not to mush it up too much. You just want those nice little chunks there. Put in a squeeze of fresh lemon. A little bit of salt. We don't need pepper for this because the rocket's already peppery enough, and you just end up being too strong and overpowering. We'll just give it a little glug of olive oil. You can use your hands or a spoon or something. We'll just lightly, because you don't want, if you mix it too much, the goat's cheese sort of all coats everything, goes a bit creamy. And we'll just put it in this nice little bowl here, and there you go. Now these are done, I'm just going to give them the last turn. Look at that, they look great. Nice and caramelised, delicious. So we're just going to plate them up now. Make it look a nice little bit random. And there you go, tasty adobo chicken skewers.